Terrific opening night for the Philadelphia Union. They shut out the New England Revolution 2-0 here in Chester. And welcome to our post-match show above Section 113 with the man who just called the match with J.P. Delacour and Tommy Smith. I'm Dave Leonard. Tommy, terrific night for the Philadelphia Union.
Yeah, it certainly was. And, we talked about it a lot. There was a lot of talk during the off-season. What would the Union do? Well, you can see what they did, Dave. They brought in a lot of speed. But with that speed, they also brought in skill. And they brought in the fact that they're going to run at players. They're going to run at them all night long.
What did you make of the start of this game? Because it was a really frantic pace between the two.
Yeah, it was almost like two teams went out there and said, hey, we have to prove something. This is the first game of the season. It was almost like the adrenaline was driving them. And, the first game of the season, it was nice to see them like that. But the game did settle down then. And then the Revs made a terrible mistake. I mean, the referee he had absolutely one decision to make. Red card. When you pull down like somebody like that and you deny a goal scoring opportunity. And basically, it was over at that stage.
Tommy, let's take a look at the highlights of this one. We mentioned the frantic pace. It did result in a few goals for the Union after a couple key stops.
Yeah, there was a couple of key stops. I mean, your keeper has to keep you in the game. And I know keepers are paid to keep you in the game, but this man certainly keeps the Union in the game. He made himself very big in that situation. Then he comes out, I mean, you get the opportunities. There was a lot of them. There was a lot of key saves made in the game, but if you keep plugging, it's going to come. There's the call I'm talking about, Dave. No problem calling that one.
That's De La Mea. He's going to be sent off with a red card. It forced the Revolution to play with 10 men. It resulted in a Medunjanin try, and he had a couple of chances on set pieces.
Yeah, Medunjanin was intent tonight on sticking the ball in the back of the net, but Fontana, I mean, CJ Sapong, what can you say about him? It just was one of those nights that it wasn't going to go in for him. Eventually it did, but they had so many chances there.
And here's the goal-scoring opportunity as Medunjanin puts this in. Bedoya on a beautiful touch goes off Sapong, and Anthony Fontana with his first career goal making his Union debut.
Yeah, and he puts it down on his left foot. Look at all the net. The net is wide empty. A lot of guys see that much net and they put it over the top. Not this young man. He dreamed about that since he was 8 years old.
And then it continued in the second half for the Philadelphia Union here going against Turner. They made him uncomfortable making his starting goal for New England.
Yeah, but I must say that he did very well, and then this was a key save. If this thing goes in, it's 1-1, but Blake made sure it didn't. And then watch CJ. I mean, this was the hardest one he got all night. Oh, that's not the one. No, I'm way ahead of myself here, Dave.
And an opportunity later for the Philadelphia Union. Playing this up top to Corey Burke, making his debut for the Philadelphia Union. Makes a turn beautifully on Somi, and Sapong finally delivers.
Yeah, he turns his man inside out here. Burke turns his man inside out, and Sapong puts a boot onto it and just dupes the old onion bag.
Just a terrific night for the Philadelphia Union. Take a look at the numbers and the disparity of the shot total.
Yeah, you probably might take a little bit away from that and say, hey, total shots 21 and only 2 of them went in. But they'll work on that. Those things will eventually happen. I don't think Sapong will have so many opportunities again in a game and miss them all, because he generally is very good at putting them away there.
Let's listen in live to the captain, Alejandro Bedoya, addressing the media downstairs.
Frustrations that you've seen with this team over the years to go out, win a game 2-0, be composed to start to finish.
Oh, we almost made it hard ourselves there in the second half. I was getting a little worried, but win to start off the season, 3 points. It's great. Gives us a little bit of confidence going forward. We started the season just the way we wanted to, with the win at home.
And Tommy, referencing what Bedoya just said, it seemed like Fontana is a number 10 making his debut, played a little bit deeper. Medunjanin was higher up the pitch along with Bedoya box to box. What did you make of Bedoya's night aiding the youngster Fontana?
Oh, I thought Bedoya had a great night, and I mean, he got himself in a couple of positions. There was one, he just missed getting onto the end of Rosenberry's pass into the middle, and Bedoya was he said Fontana was active. He was very active. He looked like a man tonight that was bent on scoring a goal. It just didn't come, but I thought he played very well.
A marvelous night for the young Anthony Fontana, going 65 minutes, and a lot of celebration for him out on the pitch after his Union debut. Just 18 years young from Delaware Rush, not playing like a youngster. 2-0 Union win it over New England. Our post-match coverage continues after this. Opening weekend in MLS, and here in Chester, the Union prevailed 2-0 over the New England Revolution. Welcome back above Section 113 for our post-match show with Tommy Smith. I'm Dave Leno. Tommy was also the Union debut for Austin Trusty, left center back. What did you make of his evening?
Oh, I thought he had a fantastic evening. It's unbelievable the confidence these young fellas have coming on to play on this team. And Trusty, they're so well coached. I mean, watch this tackle. This is the tackle of a veteran in the box. Look at that. He just gets enough of the ball to take it away. I mean, this is a great shot here. You don't see shot like this every day. I mean, from the cameraman. He got everything exactly the way Trusty did the job. What a job he did.
Trusty suiting up for Bethlehem Steel FC for the prior 2 seasons, coming from the Union Academy, in fact, was with Brendan Burke, Ian Monroe, and Jim Curtin with the Union Juniors. And speaking of Jim Curtin, he's downstairs addressing the media.
It's one win, but in a lot of ways, I think for the club, a big win. I think we faced some adversity this week in losing a couple key players. We talked all week about guys stepping up in big spots. The other reason it's a big step for us is the fact that some homegrowns weren't just on the field, but were on the field, leaving huge impacts on the game. So special from that standpoint, but needs to be said that homegrowns aren't going to succeed on the field unless they have an Alejandro Bedoya, a Harris Madun-Janine, and an Andre Blake behind them to help them. So it's not just one or the other, and I think we have a pretty good blend with our group right now.
Tommy, last year the Union had 10 wins here at Talent Energy Stadium. What did you make of Jim Curtin's performance on the coaching side and his staff?
Yeah, I thought he did very well. I thought the coaching staff did very well. I was really, it was nice to see that he left Sapong in there until he finally got his goal. But I think the biggest victory tonight goes to the academy. 3 players from the academy. I said it during the game to JP. There's no question the academy is working, and that's what this game is all about. Getting the young players through the system and getting them here to play on the first team.
Technical staff calls it the path of the pros from the Union Juniors, Academy Steel FC, and here to the Philadelphia Union to prevail tonight. They win it 2-0 over New England. We'll wrap up our post-match show from Chester on the other side. Capping off a frigid yet exciting night here in Chester as the Union win it 2-0 over the New England Revolution. Back above Section 113 with Tommy Smith, I'm Dave Leno. Tommy, now time to get your final thoughts on this match.
I wish someone had turned the wind off here, but it was a great win for, it was a great win for the Union. I know, as Jim Curtin said, it's only one, but it's the one, it's important. You got 3 points from the board, now you got a couple of games at home, you can build on it. It counts just as much at the end of the season, those 3 points tonight, Dave.
I do want to get your point before we close out on David Accam and his night tonight.
Oh, he was brilliant. He was brilliant. I think he showed us what he can do. There's great potential with this man, with his moves, with the speed he has, and I think you're going to see him start scoring goals as well.
And as far as Andre Blake's performance, he did come up with a huge stop at him. How is he trying to go off of his career year last year with 9 shutouts?
Well, it's the goalkeeper's job to keep you in the game, but that's the one thing that Blake does. He makes the hard saves. He made a couple of them tonight, and if they had gone into the back of the net, the Union were in trouble.
Tommy, you're all over the place, my man. Excellent job tonight. As the Union win it 2-0 over the New England Revolution here on opening night around MLS. For producer Jordan Strauss, director John Anderson, JP Delacabra, Tommy Smith, Marissa Pilla, and our entire fantastic crew, this is Dave Leno saying so long from Chester, where the Union win it 2-0 over New England. Join us for our next telecast in 2 weeks, March 17th, as Crew SC comes to town. That one will be at 2 p.m. Eastern over on 6 ABC. Union blank New England. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone.